Gentlemen and female gentlemen, I have fantastic news for everyone. Disney Plus is cooked. Disney Plus lost 700,000 subscribers in Q1 of 2025. Now, this is very nice. This is fantastic news for me, who preys on the downfall of the people around me. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nux, you're not a good guy. You're right. Case closed. Problem solved. Leave if you want. The door is that way. But, I'm also not wrong. Disney has been incredibly cringe with all sorts of pandering and insane amounts of just pushing bullshit everywhere. Like actual bullshit, literally everywhere. Spewing it, propagandizing people. It's gross, despicable shit. Their shows aren't good, goddammit. Their shows are bad. Their shows are bad, guys. Okay? Their shows are actually not good. That's why they're failing. Now, I think this is fantastic news. A lot of people say, oh, I want Disney to start making decent stuff again. No! I want fire and brimstone. I want them more on fire than California, where they were sired. Let them cook, goddammit. Let them freaking cook. This is a dub. Let Disney burn and let something better rise from the ashes. I'm sorry. End of an era. Get cooked, bitch. And also, really suspiciously, they lost 700,000 subscribers right after the government shut down illegal government funding to a lot of different DEI and LGBT different networks around the world. Coincidence? I think it might be. I have no idea. I'm just saying shit at this point to anger people on Twitter. I'm just saying. If it angered someone, then I'm happy I said it. Now, The Critical Drinker made a video. The Acolyte was a big hit, trust me, bro. This is very funny. We get into the actual numbers of the downfall of Disney, and I am very into this whole idea. I didn't mind Mufasa. You didn't mind Mufasa? You should have minded Mufasa. Mufasa was a story about white supremacist, Nazi racist lions fighting against girl boss and male feminist lions. That was the plot of Mufasa, okay? Literally, that was it. I made a video on it. It's cringe. So I wanted to look at some of the Acolyte numbers, and then I saw someone else broke down the entire downfall of Disney shows. Like, so I want to get into the meat of this downfall. Now, when I say I like downfalls, we are not the same. We are not the same. You might like downfalls, but I love downfalls. Downfalls sustain me. Downfalls pay my rent. All right, let's look at downfalls.
Cope. A mechanism or self-delusion that an individual clings to in order to survive a situation that seems insurmountable.
Ooh.
I'm bringing this up because cope is something that's been inextricably linked to the Acolyte ever since Disney had a rare attack of common sense and cancelled the show after probably the most disastrous first season on their platform.
Yeah, if you didn't watch this, you're winning out. Like, this is unironically a disaster. This show is so bad. I really think this show, ironically, was the final straw. This is when people came together and recognized that Disney is dead. And we need to use its slowly collapsing and rotting bone structure to build a much better future for society. Let these propagandizing, evil, fucking Satan-pushing pieces of shit, let them rot, baby! Let them rot!
Since the release of Willow. Sorry, Disparu, I know that one still hurts. And truly, as far as cope goes, well, Acolyte fans I think have got everyone.
No, not the Acolyte fans! Bro.
Beat. It wasn't a bad show at all, you see. Lots of people loved it. It was just those nasty internet trolls with their hatred and their bigotry and their patriarchy that made everyone think it was bad.
It's not easy, okay? Because for so many years, there I was, wielding bigotry and racism like a weapon, and suddenly people are realizing that it wasn't racism at all, but it was in fact just being based and cool. Yeah! I'm just saying, statistically, everyone who watched the show made a video shitting on the show. Yeah, that's a good statistic. I approve of that.
Or Star Wars fans were just too toxic to handle it.
Amanda Thurberg says the Acolyte being canceled was not a huge shock after the rampage of vitriol from toxic Star Wars fans. Put a chick in it, make her lame and gay, impregnate her with 1,000 communist women.
Of strong, diverse women leading the way.
Gay! Listen, no one gives a shit about strong, diverse women. People give a shit about pandering, propagandizing, and shitty movies. People care about shitty movies, okay? These movies were shit, your content was bad, you replaced plot with pandering, and you replaced lore with ideology, and you fucking tried to push your snot drivel bullshit down my throat, okay? My 70-year-old father said to me, there's been an interesting uptick in gay and transgender characters in TV shows recently. And I'm like, yes, 70-year-old father, there has been a strange uptick.
I think probably the most hilarious moment in all of this was the online petition to renew the show that didn't even make it to 100,000 signatures.
All 83,000 of these people did not vote for Trump. It's over, guys.
And I'm pretty sure most of them were from content creators who wanted to pay for a new extension on their house.
Full disclosure, I might or might not have alt accounts that have made friends with people that hate me, feeding them clips of myself to get them to try to cancel me, because it's very funny. Now, I know I probably shouldn't admit to this, but...
And I'm pretty sure most of them were from...
I signed this petition. I wanted the Acolyte to come back. I did. Made some good money off the Acolyte shitting on those pieces of shit. Now, I do like chaos a lot, and I'll be real here. It's a fun weapon to wield. Yeah, I signed this petition. Bring it fucking back. Let it keep killing itself. You know, none of the alt-right racist retards that are canceling the Acolyte and Disney for this shit, you know, none of those people actually canceled Star Wars. All the woke journalists out there, they don't understand why Star Wars is cooked. Star Wars is not cooked because of the toxic Star Wars fan and the racists. Star Wars is cooked because it's shit. It's shit. It's bad. It's lame and gay and lame and lame and gay. It's gay having sex with lame, okay? It literally is. You ruined Star Wars yourself by producing dog shit, ideology, propaganda pushing garbage with no actual merit. That's why it's dead. You killed Star Wars, and you're blaming it on me for recognizing it's dead. I am an outsider. I am an observer. You are the murderer. And I signed this signature because I very much wanted them to release another season to kill it even further. Listen, I'm just saying, I have no shame. No shame. Just facts here.
Petition to renew the show that didn't even make it to 100,000 signatures. And I'm pretty sure most of them were from content creators who wanted to pay for a new extension on their house. But the Acolyte Copium Brigade have finally been given a lifeline in the shape of this article from Forbes, boldly informing us that the Acolyte was actually the second most viewed show on Disney Plus last.
Oh, Disney is so fucked. Disney is so cooked. There is no way. Disney is... It's over. It's over, guys. 2026, we're getting a new media landscape. Starting with Warhammer 40K. Holy crap, bro. Oh, not the flex you thought it was, moron. Big flex, actually. All the racists. They didn't realize that the Acolyte was the second most watched show of 2024. Yes! Yes! That means everything was worse than that. You recognize how lame that is?
Last year, with a whopping 2.7 billion minutes watched.
That sounds like a lot.
No way!
I got more than 2.7 billion minutes watched. I, Nuxanor, blue retard on the internet, got more minutes watched than the Acolyte.
Take that, toxic fanboys. That right there is the power of many. Wow. The Acolyte was a huge hit, and there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, I'm sure it's going to be renewed before you know it.
Lol.
Just you wait. But seriously though, 2.7 billion minutes watched. I mean, that sounds pretty impressive, right?
Wrong.
Well, not really when you start to break it down a little. In reality, it's a bit like saying that a lot of people learned how to swim because of the Titanic. Yeah, it's technically true, but it misses out some pretty important information for...
It's such an unbelievably, unbearably false narrative to push. It's like, it's crazy. Oh, but look at all the vidits. Look at all the vidits, guys.
Context. For example, The Acolyte ran for 8 episodes with a total runtime of 300...
Alright, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Alright, we need the stats on this downfall.
129 minutes. I mean, it felt more like 2,000 minutes, but let's stick to the raw numbers here. So if you divide 2.7 billion watch minutes by the 329 minute length of the show, that converts into just over 8.2 million views for the whole season.
Wow. The entire season of The Acolyte over the last 6 or whatever months only got 8.2 million views. I got about that much in the last 1 month. I got more than that. Holy fuck. Dude, I got more views than all of The Acolyte on my YouTube channel. I'm a blue retard on the internet, okay? I got more views than The Acolyte in the last 1 month on YouTube with a lower budget, with a much lower budget. This is a monumental downfall. Mainstream media is fucking cooked. It is. It's over. It's like actually over. Bro. Yeah, I wonder where the 700,000 Disney Plus subscribers went. Wonder what happened to all of them. Wonder why they left. Holy crap, that's incredible. Nux, it's the Acolyte, it's not a flex. Dude, it's not about that. They spent $300 million. $300 million on this TV show. And I got more views in 1 month on YouTube.
Jesus, I get more than that in like a couple of weeks on my channel.
True!
And my content doesn't cost $230 million to produce. Just as a little side note, by the way, and I still can't believe this is true, but according to my math, the Acolyte cost almost $700,000 per minute.
Wow, dude!
I mean, just how? Who was writing the check for this? And why did they think it was a good idea? But okay, fine, if that's the metric that you have to use, how does it compare to other shows? Well, let's take something big like Squid Game Season 2, for example, on Netflix. That only came out around Christmas time and it's already at 72 billion minutes watched.
It's almost 10 times the Acolyte. It's been out for less than a month.
It's 26 times more popular than the Acolyte.
26 times. Disney downfall, try not to laugh challenge is going crazy.
And with an $84 million budget, it cost 3 times less to make.
Wow. Really? That's it.
But you know, maybe I'm being unfair trying to compare Sydney Sweeney's and Rachel Zegler's here. Let's look.
Yeah, let's not make that comparison.
Look at some other Disney Plus Star Wars shows for a more appropriate comparison. Well, Season 3 of The Mandalorian came in at a comparatively whopping 6.4 billion minutes watched.
Comparatively whopping. It's not even a lot. I can't believe it. This is a wild downfall. This is like a really big, fat, juicy, throbbing, big, fucking fat downfall.
Which is still like 10 times less than Squid Game, but let's not get hung up on that. Book of Boba Fett also came in at over 6 billion minutes, which is more than twice as much as The Acolyte, although fuck knows how because that show was a disaster. Andor looks superficially impressive with over 4 billion views, but that show had like 12 episodes and they were really fucking long. So
This is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. I can't believe it. This is pathetic! Pathetic, guys!
In the interest of fairness, I'm not going to count that here. But even Ahsoka, with just 8 episodes, managed to pull in roughly the same amount with over 4 billion minutes watched. That's about 1.4 billion minutes more than The Acolyte. I could run these kinds of comparisons all day, but every single time it's going to bring us to the same conclusion. The Acolyte wasn't a success by any metric that you care to use. It wasn't a success compared to other streaming shows, and it wasn't even—
It's not a success compared to fucking YouTubers. That's the craziest part. That's the wildest part. Dude, YouTubers, okay? Literally, YouTubers are making more views than Disney Plus. It's shocking. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic.
Even a success compared to other Star Wars shows.
Wow,
the fact that it came second place on Disney Plus last year doesn't prove how popular it was. It proves how unpopular—
It proves how everything else on Disney Plus is literally ass. The craziest thing is they have made some really good shit. They really have. They've made some really good shit in the past. How are they such failures?
Disney Plus actually is spending absurd amounts of money on shows that nobody wants to see, desperately trying to milk IPs that dried up years ago. The Acolyte truly was the smartest kid on the short bus, and as it turns out, the Disney Plus bus was particularly short last year. And therein lies the rub, dear viewer.
Minus 700,000 subscribers. I guess that's what happens when the content is bad. Oh, fuck, dude. People going crazy. USA at 700,000 subscriptions to Disney? Fuck, dude. That's crazy, bro. Oh, Lord. We gotta break this down. Like, this is insane. The Disney Plus subscriber loss. It lost 700,000 subscribers, which is significant, as it indicates a shift in consumer behavior towards streaming services amid Disney's strategic price increases, those pieces of shit. Despite the subscriber loss, Disney reported a 5% increase in revenue. That's disgusting! To $24.7 billion and a 31% rise in operating income to $5.1 billion for Q1. What? Showing the company's overall financial health remains strong. This financial resilience is mostly due to the success of the film division, with Moana 2 surpassing $1 billion. The subscriber decline is discussed in the context of broader market trends, where streaming service saturation forces consumers to be selective potentially due to Disney's focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI initiatives, content quality and pricing strategies, this has led to debates on whether Disney's content strategy aligns with subscriber expectations or if price hikes are pushing subscribers away. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. Why? You are not supposed to be politics. You are not politics, Disney Plus. With all due respect, stop. Stop trying to do this and push your agendas and shit. God, what a glorious, massive fucking L. I love it so much. Anyway, back to when Nux was still on Twitter. Hear me out. Shrek remake from Lord Farquaad's perspective, hunting down and brutally murdering all the terrible Disney remakes of popular fairy tales. I stand by this. Make Disney great again. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Acolyte wasn't cancelled because of...
They have a gay section for kids? What? Does that surprise you? Does that surprise you?
Minutes watched, or budget relative to viewership, or any of those boring business terms that Disney Lucasfilm apparently doesn't give a shit about. It was cancelled because it was a complete and utter laughingstock. It had become a meme, a lolcow in TV form.
It's true. It is pretty glorious, the level of meme this got. Like, dude, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. The fact that that has literally become so ubiquitous in culture, people know about it, talk about it, and discuss it. People literally going absolutely crazy, literally talking about the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. This was not just a little downfall. This was a televised 4K downfall.
Mocked and derided by almost everyone, to the point where it was actively harming the Star Wars brands. Or what was left of it anyway. I have seen so many comments from disenchanted Star Wars fans who finally had enough and checked out of the IP forever after the Acolyte. For a lot of people, it really was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, it was literally my analogy.
And I'm willing to bet that it was at least partly responsible for the failure of Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, because they came out with another show called Skeleton Crew that literally no one talked about, and apparently it was not even bad. It was not even bad, but people just didn't watch it because they were so like turned off by the Acolyte. Like, unironically.
Star Wars show that was actually halfway decent and probably would have attracted a decent fan base if it had come out just a few years earlier. But it didn't, and so it couldn't. So no, the Acolyte wasn't some misunderstood sleeper hit with a groundswell of fan support keeping it alive. It was an absolute, total, and complete disaster.
True.
It was an expensive disaster that
True.
harmed the brand it was supposed to be building.
Yeah, I covered it. If you actually want to see my coverage of it, you can go there. This is more about the downfall of Disney than the Acolyte being bad.
Now, don't get me wrong, it was definitely fun to point and laugh at, and
True.
the anarchist in me actually kind of hopes that it does get a season 2, because...
I mean, that's what I want. I went, listen, I signed on that petition. I did, for real.
It's truly, the mind boggles at just how much further this show could drag Star Wars down. But something tells me we're never going to find out. And as for the handful of Acolyte fans still out there, well, I guess they go back to doing what they do best. Cope.
Damn, true.
Anyway, that's all I've got for today.
Yeah, bro, fucking insanity. Dude, this is like a massive, cataclysmic disaster. 700,000 subscribers lost, and they don't even pull my views. How? How is that possible? I am an idiot on the internet with no budget, basically, except for what I pay my editors and shit. And yet I get more views on my YouTube channel than The Acolyte in a month? In 1 month? I mean, you see why people aren't interested. And I think the more and more streaming services pop out, and the more and more people that are just completely uninterested in this absolute bullshit, the more people are going to recognize the fact that you can no longer get away with just pandering and pushing ideologies and agendas. No one wants that shit. No one cares. I mean, you literally see what's happening with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows is crazy. Assassin's Creed Shadows is like a monumental downfall. And it's not just Disney. It's Disney, it's EA, it's Ubisoft, it's all of these fucking companies that were producing content that's supposedly for entertainment purposes, but is literally just there to pander and pander and pander. And bro, dude, you don't understand the level of insanity. Lego has gotten into drama. Lego can be anti-LGBT because the bricks have male or female parts that are meant to mate with each other, says Science Museum in London. The Science Museum in London. England, you guys are cooked. I mean, no offense. This is insane. Lego can be anti-LGBT because there's male and female parts? Lego is getting canceled? And you know what? 5 years ago, Lego would have made a response to this and changed shit around. Because 5 years ago, bullying people into calling them ist and phobe, that was the move. That was the move. That's what you do. You hate someone, you bully them, you call them racist, homophobic, transphobic, something like that. What are they gonna do? They have nothing to say. They're cooked. They can't say anything. They have to change. Everything needs to change. This is insane. It's crazy. And now you look at modern society where they have gone so far down the path of no return, pushing shit and being just frankly annoying, that they're all dying around us. With Disney Plus being the number one big guy on the scale, shout out to Disney Plus, who was always there to fight for the little people, always there to fight for everyone. Google kills diversity hiring targets. Google is ending their DEI policy. Did you know that Google was one of the number one pushers of DEI? They literally were one of the biggest pushers of DEI. And it's dead because no one gives a shit. Because people are fed up. Google, they're done with DEI. Because it was all fake. It was all a lie. It was all pandering. None of it was real anyway. Literally none of it was real. And they pushed and pushed and pushed to choke it down people's throats. And they were never on the side of the gay people. Never, ever. They never cared. They literally didn't give a shit. There was this one clip that I saw of someone finally realizing that the big mega companies never actually cared. Like, there was a clip of somebody, like someone on TikTok, like actually like posting like this massive meltdown tweet, like basically saying, I thought that they always cared about us. I thought they always cared about our diversity shit, when in actuality they didn't, and it was always just a ploy. Dude, I'll never find this. Yeah, check this out, bro.
Yeah. This is about BioWare and the game devs and the writers that got laid off, huh? Okay, let's watch this little clip.
Because Veilguard chose to represent, I guess. I don't know. However, it's just a lot. It's just a whole lot. Because now I'm in a position where I don't think BioWare is on my side.
We've made it here, ladies and gentlemen. No! None of the companies were ever on your side. They never liked you. They never cared about you. They never cared about gay people. They never cared about trans people. Never cared about anything. It was all about pandering and bullying. And they would always bully people into submitting every single time. Every single time, they literally bullied people. They bullied them into including ideologies that they didn't want in their games. They bullied them into removing parts of their games that might be a little bit problematic. And this bullying tactic worked for years, and it's finally dead. It's dead. People see the joke. People see it's lame. Creatures like this. Now, this is a real creature, a genuine specimen that we're looking at in front of our very eyes, finally realized that the companies don't actually care. No shit. No shit, the companies don't care. They never cared. Never. It's always been a lie. Always. And the mask is falling, and people are realizing 700,000 subscribers don't want this bullshit anymore. It only took it like 15, 20 years to figure that shit out. That the massive multi-billion-dollar company actually doesn't care about you. Great news. Great news. The new Concord developer is now working on Halo, so that's a thing. I'm in a position where I don't think either. But I know that the actual culture is changing, the actual shift is happening, and motherfucker, I'm so happy about it. Subscribe for more fucking W's, god damn it. More huge W's. We take them one day. Leave Halo alone.
This is also scary. The head of Concord, director of marketing and operations, joined Halo Studios. The studio known for its work on the upcoming multiplayer game Concord. A senior product marketing.
We're renaming it. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna call it Galo.
Manager working on Halo at Xbox. Like, how do they keep failing upwards? Because people don't understand. It's crazy where this shit comes from, man. I'm shocked.
I love intricate stories that take place across lots of different worlds, have lots of different meaningful characters.
What is this? Pack it up, Halo fans. It's only going to get worse. What is this? So apparently because this woman is working there, it's like it's bad. Because
yes! Correct! Yes! You got it! Why are activists making games? Activists should not be making games.
She has a rainbow flag. Well, that's not really enough. I don't think that's enough data for me to say that Halo's dead.
Listen, I know it's controversial. Asmongold, he doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to say it. It's enough data. It's enough data. They're putting activists in the workforce. It's over. Today we've recruited journalists to make our game. Yeah, you want journalists to make your fucking game?
Sorry, guys. Well, I only needed to wait one more day. So we have right here, this is the new creative designer.
Dude! How many flags? That's a lot of flags. This is a red flag. Oh my god. Holy shit. Dude, this is crazy. Flag on the play.
For Halo Studios. He says, honestly, I don't think...
You saw these 3 flags and you decided to call Nick a he? Wow, bro.
I think I could work on a game that glorifies or fantasizes modern guns.
They got a guy with a tweet saying that they don't want to glorify or fantasize modern guns. They got this person to work on Halo. Halo! Like, you gotta recognize the fucking brainworms. Like, right? Are we coming together on this to recognize the insanity for a second? What? Is Disney Plus dying? Well, this shit.
I don't think I could work on a game that glorifies or fantasizes modern guns. Gentlemen, I think we're in danger. If you don't like guns, you shouldn't be working on Halo.
Yeah, and me and my vegan butcher are working together on a new restaurant. Yeah, former Concord Director of Marketing Operations joins Halo Studios.
That's it, huh? Is that it? That's the end?
Gaylo's here.
That's all of it?
Oh.
Is it done?
Hey, lesbian. This is crazy. This is crazy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can all come together, not to say that, oh no, I'm so sad Halo is cooked, but to say that their sacrifice is a sacrifice that I am willing to make. All Halo fans, all Disney fans, all Star Wars fans that are watching this right now, your misery is a sacrifice that I am making for a glorious future. A glorious, glorious future. Let's all come together. Let's come together. Let's be cool. Let's be based for just a second. It'll be amazing. It'll be glorious. It'll be wonderful. I wonder why these companies are dying, why people are leaving. But to leave you with a final piece of information before wrapping this video up, the $50 billion yearly US thing that existed to allegedly help other countries paid Politico, it paid journalists to have Gamergate smeared. Your tax money went to smear Gamergate. We are living in a good fucking timeline, and the world is changing before our eyes. Subscribe, baby, and stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.